If you ever feel misplaced in life, just remember this. For the most part of this video, I was dancing in public alone to no music. So this week I decided to learn how to shuffle dancing, learning 3 basic shuffling moves and variations. First, let's be fair and see how I dance without any practice. I got spirit, I guess. So the first thing I went through was actually a jazz tip by Ksenia's channel, where she talks about how to bounce using your knees and the weight of your body in relation to the floor. And another super important topic I had to research was counting. I already knew that dancers use an 8 count to time most songs. What I didn't know is that this tells where you are within the beats while shuffling. And although the tempo of a music doesn't usually change, a good dancer will break the beats into more pieces. This is done for adding steps in between the beats. So while you're bouncing, instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, what dancers will do is add an end in between each number. 1, then 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. With bouncing and counting in mind, the next thing I had to understand was the main position in shuffling. This is when the feet are in this V position with the heels together. This is also when you are in the beats of the music, aka the 1s and 2s and 3s and so forth. Whenever the heels are apart from one another, you are in between the beats of a song, aka the ends. This will usually happen when you lift a leg in the air or you take a step or do a kick. Once I got comfortable with that, I went to the first and most basic shuffling move, the running man. You imagine 3 positions in a line on the floor. Starting from the point in the middle, with one foot on the ground and the other lift up, you then lower one foot ahead of you while pushing the other backwards. Then you come back to the middle point by alternating the feet position where your head started. Both feet should come together at the same time and then get down at the same time as well. Counting wise, you are in the beats when your feet are apart from one another. And when they are together, you are in the ends. Although a very simple move, mine didn't look right in the beginning. I didn't know what, but something was holding the movement back, and I realized that most of the time I would be looking to the ground, which messed up my balance. Once I corrected that, the improvement was so instant that everybody around me started jamming with me, and then everybody applauded. A cool variation of it is basically lowering the foot back again instead of going forward. With some practice and trying to relax, I started to get more flowy. The next move is called a T-step. It's when you're using one of your feet to travel across the floor to the right or to the left, while the other one is simply tapping. The foot on the floor is transferring your weight from your heel to your toes and then back so you can move across the floor. Whenever your heel goes in, the other foot taps. That's also when you're in the beats of a song. When the heel goes out, the other foot lifts up, and that's when you are in the ends of a song. A cool variation can be by just placing the tapping foot anywhere besides the side, like in the front or in the back. It's a simple move, but initially my brain was just like... Ooh! Somebody stop me. But with time, I started to keep that lifting feet light while shifting the heel, and it actually became kinda easy. And if you aren't a sweaty weird dude, maybe you can even make it look like you're sliding ice of smoothness. The third and final basic shuffling move is the Charleston Shuffle. It consists of alternating an inward and outwards feet position while going forth, back, or even holding the same place. You start with the feet in the main shuffle position, but crossed. This is when you're in the beat. Then you lift a leg inwards while moving the heels apart on the ends, or in between the beats. When the next beat comes along, you then bring the leg back down while crossing the feet and bringing the heels back together again. So altogether it becomes something like this. When I started this move, my main problem was going too high on the hops to switch the legs. What you wanna do is to actually bounce as low as you can so you can save energy and make the movement look cleaner. Basically, I had to learn how to just go high enough to ease the friction between my feet and the floor, and no more than that. Oh, and an awesome variation is called the squat Charleston, in which you kick to the sides and it's super energy consuming. I'm really bad at it, but this is by far my favorite move. So with all these moves somewhat acquired, it was time to try with some music again. And after I spent the rest of the week mixing the moves together and even experimenting a little, this is the result. Obviously it's not perfect, but I had a lot of fun with it. And to compare how I would dance to music a week ago versus now is mind-blogging to me. In this channel I learn a new and different skill every week, usually from scratch. So subscribe for more. You can also find me on Instagram, you know. As always, all the references used in this video are in the description below. Bye bye!